Thank you, gentlemen, for being patient and sparing the time for us. Now, I'll just, before starting off with the 23 edition of Excon, it will not be fair on my part to see the achievements of last year. So, in terms of our product portfolio, there was a lot that was launched last year, a lot of promises made on advancing technology. All that focused a lot on higher durability. There was a focus on enhanced mileage for the premium OTR range. So, word on how you have come from that space to the current space, and where are you now going?
So as you would notice, the customer requirements and as well as the environment is keeping us challenging on various new requirements of the customer. In fact, there is a lot of focus from the government and the construction equipment industry as well as the whole sector of mining is growing. So having that, there are segments which we are upcoming new and as well as the tires which we are developing for specific segments of, let's say, dumpers, or let's say a reach stacker which is used in ports, or a wheel loader, or an excavator tire, or let's say underground mining tires. They are all new requirements which we are coming. It may be the specific requirements of load carry capacity, but then the mileage has become focus in some cases. In some cases, it's basically the load carrying capacity, or in some cases, it could be related to a durability of the tire. So, our specific needs are now important to cater to the requirements of the. In fact, we are the pioneers in this industry of. We have started in 1976 as a company, but in the off-the-road tire business, we have been starting from 2003, but we had our plant specifically made in off-the-road tires. They started from 2009, 2010. Thereon, the change in, like, if in this segment of the vehicles also now that EV story is coming up, so that are also the products which the specific needs of the customer changes, the requirement changes in terms of better traction, lower noise. All those are the areas which we are working on.
Right. Uh, how far has your customer come in this journey? Because if you are progressing, obviously your customer is evolving. So, how far has the customer evolved, and is he asking more in terms of a return on investment today on his product? Because earlier performance was the main performance indicator for a product in this segment.
Yeah.
Today they are asking for more mileage, they are asking for digitization. So, how is the customer?
So the customer, again, the customer is now well educated,
Right.
right? And they are having a very sound knowledge of the business.
Right.
So in terms of meeting the customer requirements in terms of better mileage, or again, it's all boils down to the life cycle of the tire and what is the cost which is coming to the tire. So the customer has, they are very challenging in terms of both cost and the warranty aspect of it, and we are working with the customer to achieve both parts. In fact, in terms of servicing of the products as well as the new developments which are there, catering to better requirements of the tire and therefore improving their profitability. So we work hand on hand with the customer to achieve the requirement.
Since you both are deeply involved at the product development stage itself, what kind of a special effort has it taken for you all to ensure that the tire durability, the tread life, the wear reduction of the product is a leap from your past generation of products?
Okay. So as far as this is concerned, we have our R&D center which is based in RPSCOE. It's a global R&D center. So we have about 250 engineers, PhDs and scientists working on that side of it.
Right.
Most of these people are then specifically going to the mining segments or to a wheel excavator or to the loaders, understanding their requirement, then coming back, developing products meeting that specific requirements, which are ever changing, right? So which are ever changing. So that teams are all together. In fact, not only that, in fact, we're putting a lot of money in terms of testing infrastructure, so that the first time right. In fact, what we want to give to the customer could be first time right, well tested in our laboratories, and then only which is given to the market, which shortens the period of time to achieve the best in class products.
Right, right, right. There is a lot of focus on sustainability both on the product side and on the manufacturing side in terms of road emissions. Tell us a little about the effort to contribute to sustainability, the SDGs at JK Tyres.
Yeah, so he will touch about the production, but I'll touch about the products specifically. So, as you know, we are working towards sustainability for long. In fact, we published a sustainability report as part of our annual report.
Right.
which is published every year for last 6 years. As far as product is concerned, we are working very hard on product. In fact, we have products which are made from 80% sustainable materials. Maybe they are in a development stage or very advanced stages of sustainable. In fact, sustainable materials are at present also used in our products, and we continue to have a roadmap of using these materials in the future as well. Uh, in fact, apart from this, from a government perspective, there are a lot of new regulations which are coming, in terms of which some are related to lower rolling resistance of the tire, which again improves the fuel efficiency of the final vehicle. They are towards low noise and to have a better grip. So we are in touch with the government, and in fact we are meeting all the standards which we are coming into the country and achieving those standards. So, and in fact, apart from this, there are stringent norms further coming up, and we are geared up to meet those requirements.
Now, before we elaborate on the manufacturing bit, one bit that I'll ask both of you all, for you first on the product side, how globally at par are the Indian products today? It's very important to stress on the fact that they're just not just a right fit for the domestic market, but also in many cases for the international market. So, a word on the technically advanced level of Indian products.
So as well, you know that JK as a company, I'll talk about JK first, and then we'll touch about Indian product as well. JK has been pioneer in exporting products. We are supplying products to about 120 odd countries. I would like to say you that JK products have a large presence in US, one of the most advanced technology or something. The US has a large presence not only in the passenger segment but also in the commercial segment.
Right.
In fact, we are one of the highest market share companies in first-class commercial tire business in the US market.
Okay.
Similar is the case in passenger. Also, we work in Europe.
Right.
Europe have very stringent requirements in terms of the sustainability part or the environmental part. So all our products which we supply to Europe are EC certified and also REACH certified.
Right.
That are the basic main two requirements of tire to do. As far as Indian tires are now have a good presence in the market.
Sure.
So we are competing with the best in terms of product. In some of the cases, the customer has also preferred our tires
over other counterparts.
And other counterparts.
Right.
So we have a good presence, and it's on the rise. In fact, our exports are increasing day by day, not only of JK but all throughout the Indian companies, and the focus is towards an export.
Right. So on manufacturing.
Manufacturing point of view is concerned, we are mainly concentrating on green manufacturing, and all plants are committed. And if you see, actually, our especially sustainability report, actually, we are publishing for the past 6 years. It's getting published along with our annual report. And we are the only tire company in India. We are doing it for the past 6 years.
Right.
And this report is audited by third party and certified by them. And then we will be publishing it. And with respect to the carbon emission levels is concerned, we are at par with the global standards. And we are committed, and we are going towards making more and more sustainable. And our practices are the future practices also, and based on the manufacturing 4.0, we are mainly concentrating on how to make our manufacturing facilities more and more green manufacturing facilities. And of course, whatever that we are utilizing or we are using inside the plant, actually we are using the sustainable materials.
Right.
We are committed towards this. And one example for this is, and we are making all our boiler fuels more and more biomass, which is more sustainable actually, and the carbon emissions levels are very low.
Right.
And right now we are using almost all 9 plants put together 27% of our fuel consumption.
Right.
This is one thing actually which is really committed towards the sustainable practices is concerned.
Right. So just a follow-up question on how are you balancing the need for manufacturing efficiency, advancement, and then at the other end you have to juggle the prices and ensure that you don't have to have a high pass-through to the customer. So how are you balancing all of these?
With respect to the, we are committed towards sustainable practices. Even if you see, especially the Mysore plant, what we have, 90% of our power supplies are from the alternate sources,
Right.
non-conventional sources. This is one thing actually which is really good practice actually as far as the carbon emission point of view is concerned. And we are going towards actually making it 100% also. Of course, with the regulations what we have, we are making it 90% and we will be moving at as best possible. Even other plants also, we have solar plants installed in our facilities
Right.
in different plants. So we are going towards that practices actually, and we are committed for that.
Right.
Even though prices are little bit more actually, even we are more and more concentrating on efficiencies, so that we'll be able to compensate the prices with what we are doing.
Right. How big is the used tire market or the retreading side of the business for JK Tires?
So as you would know, JK is into the retread business. We make retread materials as well.
Right.
So one of that is called JK Retreads, right? So retreading business is a big focus area. In fact, if you look at JK, we are servicing customer from new products, then to retread, and also we have a large fleet management services
Right.
and total cost of ownership. So we want to serve the customer from the whole range and have all the services in place.
Right.
Retread business is a growing business, as you would understand,
Yes.
and we are participating in this business and ever increasing our range of products to meet those requirements.
Right. Now, the whole drive towards EV5 or alternate fuel sources, electric coming in, there is an additional burden on the tire performance, things like instant torque, etc. So, how are you dealing with those changes?
Yeah. So all our like as I mentioned, I want to mention you that as when there was a change which was EV driven, which now is about 3-4
Yes.
years old story. So we interacted with most of the OEMs,
Right.
right? What are the changes in the vehicle? What are their specific requirements? So if you look at EV vehicles, what is the vehicle load distribution have
Yes.
changed, and the initial torque requirements you were mentioning. So better traction initially.
Yes.
Then there is a requirement of lower noise because the engine noise have gone down.
Yes.
And the third requirement is basically to enhance the range of the vehicle, which is lower rolling resistance.
Right.
So we did the work in collaboration with OEM and developed a range of products starting from a 2-3 wheeler tire to a passenger tire to a commercial vehicle tire. All the vehicles we have specific tires which we are catering to the EV specific requirement of the customers.
Right. To sum it up, going forward for the Q4 FY24 and FY25, what will be the product focal areas, technology focal areas at JK Tires?
Okay. So as the buzzword is towards sustainability, so one is sustainability, and again, how do we reduce the fuel? Because we work a lot on environment,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So using sustainable materials, one. Second is how do we reduce or reduce the rolling resistance, which will give a better fuel efficiency, and that would reduce the norm. And then we are working how do we improve the wear rates of our product so that the customer gets better mileage.
Right.
So these are going forward. We are working. In fact, there are ever-changing requirements from the market. Maybe there are requirements, which government requirements and regulations, which are coming from 2024, which would be mandatorily marking the labeling on the products.
Yes.
Then there would be a requirement which is called AIS 142, again, which is a specific requirement in terms of noise levels, wet grip, and rolling resistance.
Right.
So we are working towards those. And there are a lot of new regulations which are coming from both from the OE side. So if you see, there are SDF fuel efficiency norms which are coming for the vehicles. There would be new Bharat stages which are. So we are working with the OEs to meet those requirements.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen. Thank you.